got 6 Etowah County teams that play in week 0 in their first regular season game. West End, Susan Moore. You've got Coosa Christian in Westbrook. And then Southside, they host Lincoln. And of course, the big one is just going to be right over there? Etowah and Gadsden City. Are you ready for some football? Well, I'm ready for some football. And I tell you what, the Coosa Christian cheerleaders are going to come up and kick us off tonight. So girls, would y'all come up on stage? And while they're coming up, I'm going to give you kind of a breakdown of what's going to happen tonight. Each coach is going to come up and make some opening remarks. Then after they make their opening remarks, we got a panel of experts here, starting with Josh Abercrombie. Give them away, Josh. Reggie Davis, Jerry White, and Bo Starkey. They're going to be asking the coaches, and Coach, they said they're going to lob you some softballs. They're not going to ask the tough questions tonight. So they'll be answering questions, and then we're going to go, as Quez said, in alphabetical order this evening. Each coach is going to be naming their breakout player of the year that they have picked, and later on tonight, at the end of the program, we're going to be announcing the preseason All-Etowah County team, and that's how the night's going to go. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Quez, for the Boys and Girls Clubs for sponsoring this event. Now to kick us off tonight, here's the Coosa Christian Cheerleaders.
I would like to introduce our 2019 cheerleading squad, starting with Erin Snow, Chloe Davidson, Caitlin Cates, Bella Milirons, Macy Martin, Caden Jones, Gemma Littlejohn, Peyton Ridley, Kate O'Brien, Nils Douthard, Lexi Orange, co-head Erica Snow, Immigrace Justice, and head cheerleader Emily Snow. And our breakout player for this year is Lexi Orange. Just kidding. Anyway, well, she is, but I know we're not supposed to have a breakout player. Our elementary cheerleaders are going to come and do a routine for you. So come on down, elementary girls.
Now we would like to bring up to our podium our first coach of the night. Coach Cates, are you in the building? Rod Cates, would you come on down? First year head football coach for the Coosa Christian Conquerors, Mr. Rod Cates.
How's everybody doing? I want to thank y'all for having us out tonight. We're really excited to get this season started. The guys work really hard during the off season, and it's summertime, it's hot. Everybody's ready to get to work and get the pads on for a change. I'm really proud of the guys. We asked them at the first of the season. We lost a lot of good seniors last year, and we asked them at the first of the season if they would just step up and not only fill those shoes but excel in those shoes. And we're very proud as coaches of how they've come along, and we're looking forward to this season.
Caden Lipscomb's the quarterback last year. Coosa had an outstanding season. We actually featured him as a player of the week 1 week in our town. Who do you have in that role playing quarterback this year that's going to lead your team onto the field?
Trevor Horn's our quarterback this year. He played backup for Caden last year. He's a senior, and he's had a good spring and a good summer.
All right, Coach, first year head coach, congratulations, by the way, for that. But give us a thought process. When you talk rivalries, you have to think Westbrook, and you get to open up with those guys.
Yeah, it's exciting. We're just a few miles down the road. The guys grow up, playing together and playing against each other. Everybody knows each other, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, Coach, what's the mindset going into this season for you and the guys?
Our mindset going into the season is obviously, we made it to the playoffs for the last couple of years. We want to get back there and take it a step further this year and get on into the playoffs paper. Yeah, you know, when Quez asked me about the breakout player of the year, you know, that's a tough choice because there's a lot of guys that's really good that could be our breakout player of the year. A lot of the guys, you know, a lot of the seniors have come a long way, and you know they put in a lot of hard work. But our breakout player of the year, I kind of looked at where not only they are on the football field, but where they are in the classroom and where they are as an individual. And you know, the guy that's our breakout player of the year, he gets it done. He gets it done in all three phases. He's great in the classroom, he's great on the field, and he's a great role model to other kids and teammates. Our breakout player is Evan Delp.
Evan, come on up, Evan.
Emma Woods, Emma Moats, Gracie Smith, Amari Baker, Jamila Taylor, Riley Epperson, Hallie Ford, and Maya Blunt. These girls had an awesome season last year. They qualified for state competition, and we're expecting big things from them next year, or this year.
Fans on this side, ready? Fans on this side, show your little pride. Yeah, we are Etowah. We are Etowah. Fans on this side, show your little pride. Yeah, we are Etowah. We are Etowah. We are Etowah. We are Etowah.
Etowah High School football coach. This will be his 21st year as a head football coach, his first for the Blue Devils, and that's Coach John Holliday.
Oh, thank you. Great to be here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is great to be an Etowah Blue Devil. We've had a really good summer. Ready for summer to be over. It's July, at the end of July especially, gets to be a tough month for football players and coaches alike because you're ready for it to get here. It's hot, and so we've had a good summer, good work, and we're ready to kick this off and start playing some ball.
Coach, at Average Joe's, I've got to say, I graduated back in '99 from Gadsden High School. Doing a little bit of research, I came across a stat of yours. I don't know how many people know this, but you broke the state passing record back in '88.
Long time ago.
It was. So do you like the pass happy offense? Is that something you look to incorporate?
Let's see. So, you know, they say throwing the ball brings the women and children to their feet if you're exciting to watch. But make sure, at the end of the day, being a head football coach, defense wins championships. So I'm a defensive guy at first, three phases of the game, special team and offense. But if we can throw the football, we're going to do it. We do like to do it. So if that answers your question, I kind of went around the world, but we do like to do it. I was having a conversation about that record, I think with Nana Davis last week, wasn't it, Nana? And I told him, I said, 1988, that was the state record. I said, now it's probably around number 100, you know, because at that point in time, not a lot of people threw the ball as much. And so I don't know how long it lasted. We didn't even know till that Friday night in a playoff game, we didn't even know till like Monday or Tuesday that was even the case. So. Pretty good. Pretty good. I don't remember exactly, but it was pretty good. So that means I had good players around me, you know, good players around me.
All right, Coach. First year at Etowah. Of course, Etowah Gadsden City is a huge rivalry, has been for years. Are you ready? I mean, what are you?
Today, no. Heck, no. Right now, no. They got more players than we got right now.
How are you guys getting ready? Prepare for that game?
Those guys in blue would answer the same way, I hope. We focus on the day. So this morning we came in workouts, we were focused on what we were doing today, okay? We can't play Gadsden City till August 23rd. And so what we do is our motto is win the day. And so we just focus on what we got to do that day. And we try to get better. We ask them to get better at their craft. So whatever their position is, we want them to get better at each and every day. We want them to play for something other than themselves, and that's others around. To me, football is the ultimate team sport. And so that's what we're about, and that's how we get ready for it.
All right, Coach, just letting people know you a little more. You had no choice but to be a high school football coach. Your dad was an amazing coach, over 200 victories in his illustrious career. Your brother, and you have a son playing quarterback, South Alabama. Just talk a little bit about that. There was never another option for you.
There was never another option. Some people have options to do what they want to. In America, we have that freedom. Not me, okay? My daddy was a high school football coach for a long time. I played every sport in high school and loved every sport, but it's just something about football that drew me to it. And I thought that's what I was supposed to do, what I was destined to do. And those guys, that's the football side of it. It's really not the X's and O's. It's the relationship with those kids, and it's the passion for them. Blessed to be here, blessed to be at Etowah High School, and I love it.
All right, Coach, with so many losses you had on the defensive side of the football, who are some of the guys you look to see step up this year and make up for some of those losses?
Great question, because we did lose a lot of guys on that side of football. Isaiah Atchison, J.J. Williams, Toby Camp on the front. New linebacking core, Trevor Guyton's got some experience, okay? Logan LaFollette, Eric Edge, those guys there. We've got some experience back in the secondary. With Nana and Ali and Trent Davis. But we just got some guys that don't have the Friday night experience. So that's what we're missing. You can't simulate Friday night experience this morning or yesterday with an OTA. You just can't do that. Adrenaline's not going to be pumping until we cut the lights on, until some things happen for us to make those adjustments. So they're not going to get enough experience until they get some game play underneath them. So it's going to take a few games for us to get settled in on that side.
Coach, thanks a lot. Good luck to you. We'd like for you, before you leave, to name your breakout player of the year this year. And Quest has a gift for you.
Thank y'all for hosting this. Thank y'all for your support of high school sports. This is great. Our breakout player is a guy who's a senior who, again, as Coach was saying about his breakout player, who is a model guy wherever he is and whatever he's doing, albeit walking the halls, classroom, social media, whatever he's doing, he's a class guy and a stand-up guy. He's a running back for us, but he also does a lot in our special teams and actually has to play some linebacker for us as well. Our breakout player is Hunter Cox.
Hunter, come on down.
At this time, I'm not going to introduce all of our girls by name. We have over 50 cheerleaders in our program, consisting of a 9th grade team, a JV team, a varsity team, and a competition team. So what we've done is we've mixed together all 4 together, and we're going to perform for you tonight. And it's great to be a Titan.
I just would like to say thank you guys for having us, inviting us over, man. This is a nice deal here. Like to wish all the teams and the coaches and the cheerleaders good luck on the upcoming season. I'm not going to be long. Everybody that knows me know I can get long-winded, but for Gadsden City, for us going forward, what we need to do and what we're doing, we're focusing in on Gadsden City. We're worried about Gadsden City. We got to take care of what we need to take care of, and anything else doesn't really matter to us in that regard. We want to make Gadsden City the best can be in that regard, on and off the field, and we want all our young men and our young women to be successful on and off the field moving forward in what we do. So with that said, we're just very happy to be here, and we'll appreciate you guys for putting this deal on. Thank you.
All right, Coach Smith, first question. Being from Gadsden, and this being your first head coaching job, tell us a little bit how that feels for you.
Well, it's an honor to represent our city, the city that I come from, that I was raised in, and that I had the opportunity. It's my first head football coaching job. I've been a head coach in track and field at the high school. I've been a head coach in track and field at Emma Sampson. And it's just an honor to represent our school and our community, and hopefully we can make them proud.
All right, Coach, coming into your first season, you've had these guys through the spring now, and now over into the summer and about to go into fall camp. What have you found out personally about this team and the makeup of these guys?
Well, the one thing that we're worried about is trying to be better people on a daily basis. And we're challenging our kids from 6 o'clock workouts before school. We're challenging our kids at 6:30 workouts this summer. And today was our last workout for the summer. And they have met the challenge thus far.
All right, Coach, first of all, congratulations on getting rid of that interim title. It's about time, in my opinion. Appreciate it. All right, last year, Coach, very tough region you guys play in, 3-7 record. That doesn't indicate the quality of that football team last year. Talk about that a little bit.
You know, I tell people all the time, to the average fan, wins and losses define you. As an athlete, myself, I consider myself an athlete, and as a coach, you know, wins and losses is what you're doing and the work you put into it. And sometimes, you know, we take it as, hey, if they're not winning, they're not winning. But that's not always the case. People all work hard, and sometimes you may win outside of the game, and you can maybe not win during the game, if that makes sense to you. So we're going to build on working on winning on the scoreboard as well as outside of the scoreboard.
Coach, taking a look at your schedule this year, you got Etowah up first. Then you go on the road 3 straight games. How are you preparing your players to go on the road and play those away games?
We prepared our players starting in January. Again, at 6 a.m., when some kids are still sleeping, we do what was called Titan Pride. And when the mist is out on that ground and those lights are on, we're trying to develop mental toughness. And we're asking them to do things and make sacrifices, and they understand that schedule. They've seen that schedule on that wall since January, so they know what's at the task that's at hand.
You guys any more questions? Thanks, Coach. Good luck to you this year. Would you name your Exchange Bank Breakout Player of the Year before you leave the stage?
Well, hopefully we have a ton of breakout players because, as you said, we've only won 3 games the last 2 years, 6 total. But so we can't do nothing but go up. So hopefully all our guys are breakout players. But at this point, we're going to ask a young man that hasn't missed a workout. He does everything that we ask him. He don't have any problems off the field. He don't have any in the building. He does everything we ask him, and he's been a real inspiration for our program. And we hope that he continue to do that. And we would like to ask Mr. Trey Blunt to come on down. Yeah.
Congratulations, Trey. Coach, good luck.
I am Ashley Keenum, and I am the proud coach of these 12 ladies out here who went to their first overnight UCA camp this summer at UAH, where we brought home first place in rally routine and game day. We also brought home second place in camp overall winner. These girls have worked hard this summer, and I'm super proud of them. We also had 5 All-Americans. We'll start with Abby Champion, Lula Gibbs, Alexis Underwood, Tamara Foster, and Melena Gonzalez. I also have Montana Watson, Jamaya Kelly, Josie Johnson, Casey Watts, Micaiah Underwood, Kayla Ramsey, and Bree Wise.
The Gadsden cheerleaders! Now, after the cheerleaders have performed, let's welcome to the stage the head man of the Gadsden Bulldogs, 19 years as a head football coach. I think this is his 16th year as a head man for the Bulldogs, Coach Swain Morris.
Thank you, Jeff. And thank y'all for putting this together. It's a great job y'all doing here tonight. I guess the biggest thing I was glad to hear before when I came up was not brand new, because I'd have been in trouble if I'd heard that. So basically what we're doing is doing things we need to do each and every day to get better and to get to where we need to be. We know we've had some seasons, in the last 2 seasons, that have not been what we consider successful or consider proud of. But something I can't be more proud of is, first of all, you saw the spirit of our cheerleaders, and that sort of feeds over into the work ethic that all our school has. And our school is a small school, a rural school, but these kids work and they do what I ask them to do each and every day, and I couldn't be more proud of what they do.
All right, guys, first question, Coach Morris.
Hey, Coach, you've had an outstanding career at Gadsden. Had several unbelievable teams over the years. What motivates you at this point in your career the most?
It's Friday nights, you know. And there's nothing like the light. I tell kids that play any sport, and I love baseball. I play baseball a lot, but you know, when the lights come on Friday night, to see that, but then to see the relationship that you get to build with young men and watch the light come on in their eyes, and you know, and how their heart and their conviction towards something, all that great work and all that sweat and tear that they put into it, and then to see the success that they get to have on a Friday night, that's special.
Coach, this one's hot. Way back 2001, my first time broadcasting a football game, your first head coach night.
We've got better since then, haven't we?
We have, yeah. We were, my gosh, it was a rainstorm in Ohatchee down at the creek bank.
It ruined my shoes, too.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to say that it was a tough night. I'm on the sideline with you, and we lost 44-0. It happens. You got the same passion you had week 1, game night. I had a conversation with you a few weeks ago, you know, up at the gym. You got the same passion, and you said it is 100% about the community and the kids. That's why you still do this.
Without a doubt. You know, you look at those kids, you look at the people in our community, and you know, I love the community and I love the kids, and I'm going to do as much as I can to help them. But you know, they're the ones that get to share in this, and they take me along for the ride, and I'm happy for them.
All right, Coach. Oh, that is hot. You were at Gadsden, and you left and went to Scottsboro, and
I call that my temporary insanity.
Well, my question: what brought you back to Gadsden?
Just Gadsden. You know, I live in Coach Bend, which is one of the communities. There's, you know, we've got several little communities right there. We're unincorporated. There's no city there. It is a bunch of people that work hard and know what hard work is and know what living in the country is, and doing the best we can with what we got. And I've always been proud of that.
Coach, thanks a lot. Would you name your Exchange Bank breakout player for 2019?
Yeah, and I agree with what Coach Smith said, you know, and all the other coaches talked about the fact that we need breakout players all the way around. And the big thing is, I didn't really look at this as a, hey, I'm rewarding you with something. I'm giving you this as saying, and what the coaches and I talked about, we need you to do this, and we need you to live up to this, so this is where you need to start, and we're putting it for you, so let's see you be a breakout player that we hope you can be. Malachi Warren.
Come on down, Malachi. Glencoe cheerleaders, you're up next. Congratulations.
Hey everybody, my name is Lexi Humphrey. I'm the varsity cheer coach for Glencoe High School. I'm really excited for this year. We're competing in 2 divisions, traditional and game day, so we're hoping for good things for this year. I'm going to quickly introduce the girls to you. Carly Sims, Ashlyn Plowdus, Macy Diggs, Zoe Diggs, Molly Brown, Alex Davis, Mia Janae, McCain Dennis, Emma Strickland, JC Cochran, Janie Boggs, Scotland Moore, I'm sorry, and Riley Carmack. Hey, they say I like diamonds, I like spinning, I like shining, I like millions, wanna make money, come and rub it up like a holy always committed. I'm coming to you now, doing 20 over the limit. Red light, stop. I don't play when it comes to my heart, let's get it though. I don't really want a white horse and a carriage. I'm thinking more white horses and carrots. I play for the city like you play with your guitar.
Glencoe High School Yellow Jackets cheerleaders. Now let's welcome to the stage, second year, Glencoe High School football coach, Brian Aldred.
Hey guys, we want to thank y'all for what y'all are doing for high school football. We really enjoy this. We're excited to be here. Thank you everybody for coming out and supporting all these young athletes here. We've had a good summer up to this point, but I think we're kind of like everybody else. We're ready to get the season started. We had a 7-on-7 today. Guys did really good. We've challenged them this summer, and they've stepped up to it, and we're ready to get started.
All right, questions, guys?
Coach, you're in Region 3A, Region 6, which is top to bottom, got to be one of the most talented regions in the state.
The SEC West.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've got Piedmont, Sacs, it's just Weaver. Talk about that region and being a part of that region, and I've got to imagine you're going to use that to help get better and, further the process.
Yeah, absolutely. We feel like it is the toughest region in 3A football. I think the last 3 out of the last 4 years, you've either had a state finalist or a semifinalist from this region. So yeah, it's very tough. That's one thing that we're trying to do this summer, and as we go into fall camp, is create depth. We feel like it's one thing that really hurt us last year is we didn't have a lot of depth, but we've got a lot of young guys that have stepped up this year. And can hopefully help us out with that, but it's extremely tough. You've got Piedmont, Sacs, Randolph County, and then you've got Wellborn and Pleasant Valley, who are going to have 2 of the best teams they've had in a while. So it's extremely tough.
All right, Coach. From my understanding, you went to Glencoe, correct?
Yes, I did. Okay.
How does it feel coming back home to coach at your alma mater?
It's exciting. It's something that once I got into coaching, I knew I always wanted to do is try to get back here. And it's a special place. This community is going to support you. We had our 7-on-7 today, and we had just so many volunteers come out and help cook for the boys, and just a lot of people come out and support us. So it's special to always get to go back home to where you went to school at.
Coach, talk about the mindset coming into this season after last year. You guys ended on a real positive note. Coming into this season right here, talk about the mindset. What's different from last year going into this year?
You know, last year I felt like we didn't compete when things got tough. You know, there was so that's what we've really tried to challenge our guys with this summer, and they've done a real good job with that. You know, we're excited with where we're going and the leaders that we've had step up. So you know, we're just wanting to compete and get better every day at practice. And, you know, we felt like we've done that. You know, today was the best showing we've had with 7-on-7 OTAs this year. So we're really excited about where we're going with that.
All right, Coach. What's it like having a movie star on your staff like Coach Weems?
Well, you know, we don't know how to act around him. You know, wherever we go, he's always noticed, and paparazzi's around everybody's wanting autographs from him. So it's pretty nice though.
Any other questions, guys? Coach, good luck to you this year. Would you name your Exchange Bank breakout player for 2019?
Yeah, we've had a lot of guys step up over this summer, but you know, this gentleman's a guy that he's kind of a do-it-all player for us. We're going to find multiple ways to try to get him the football. He's started on offense and defense for us. He's a very good athlete and even a better person. That's Daniel May.
Get your picture here, Coach. You're Daniel. Congratulations, Daniel. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you, fam. I'm sorry. Gotta move. Mothers, fathers, teams, y'all are the original sponsors. So let's give yourselves a hand right now. And then we want to thank the staff of the Boys and Girls Club and Board of Directors. It's kind of like a brainchild of Mr. Sam Bone and Quest. Sam, wave at everybody. But as far as the corporate sponsors, we'd like to recognize these guys and we thank them for their support of the Boys and Girls Club in this fundraiser. At the champion level, we have the Exchange Bank of Alabama. At the all-star level, we have the City of Gadsden, Councilwoman Cynthia Tolles, Etowah County Commission, Kia Stores of Anniston and Gadsden. I think they have some nice cars out there for you to look at as well. Panda Express. At the victory level, BSN Sports. I think they donated the bags, right, Quinn? Okay. And at the touchdown level, we have Win South Credit Union, Jay Freeman for Etowah County Board of Education, Alabama Teachers Credit Union, Danny V-Bone and Sam D-Bone, attorneys at law, HealthNet Consulting, and then at the big play level, we have Collier Butler Funeral Home, East Gadsden Sporting Goods, Judge Scott Hassel, and then we want to give special thanks to Mix 102.9, WQSB, Friday Night Scoreboard, and Average Joe's Sports Talk Show. So once again, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for supporting this event. I'm praying that each of you guys have a successful seasons this year, and let's make Etowah County proud. Thank you again.
Thank you, Derek. Now, before we get started with the Hopes Bluff cheerleaders, we want to introduce Jessica Brown and Ashley Dean.
Hello, it's actually just me, Ashley Dean. I'm here on behalf of the Cheehaw Chapter Young Professionals Group. So we came out tonight to invite y'all to our cornhole tournament. So it's going to be September 5th at 2:10 on the tracks. And it will benefit the Boys and Girls Club. So we did our first annual cornhole tournament last year. We had a really great time and we had a really great turnout. If some of y'all were there, you may remember we only had one division. So this year we're going to do things a little bit differently. We're going to have a competitive division as well as a recreational division. So competitive division entry is $60 per team and the recreational is $40 per team. And like I said, the proceeds do benefit the Boys and Girls Club. We have some great prizes, cash prizes for first, second, and third place of both divisions. And yeah, we're gonna have a great time. You can register online at alabamacornhole.com, or you can always wait till the day of. The doors are going to open at 5. But of course, if you know you want to play, then go ahead and find your teammate and get registered so that the spots don't all fill up. So we'd love to see y'all there. We had a great time, and of course it's for a great cause. So alabamacornhole.com, you can go under the events section, and you can also ask any YP group at Family Savings Credit Union, Alabama Teachers, or Win South Credit Union, and we can give you any other information that you need. So we hope to see y'all there September 5th, 210 on the tracks in downtown. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's kick off the second half tonight, and we're going to kick off the second half with the Oaks Bluff High School football cheerleaders.
Hey, I'm Farrah Roebuck. I am Oaks Bluff High School cheer coach, and my assistant coach is Renee Claus. I'm going to introduce the girls right quick. It's Kinsey Smothers, Lauren Dowdy, Mackenzie Braswell, Nevaeh Sims, Rebecca Garrison, Madison D'Alessandro, Haley Bradley, Kennedy Williams, Molly Jackson, Haley Stilts, Gracie Bradley, Victoria Webb, Julia Johnson, Emma Wethington, Maddie Taylor, Elizabeth Edge, and Riley Cook. I just want to say that I'm proud of these 17 girls. They have worked really hard all summer long, and they went to camp, NCA camp, and they done really good.
High School football cheerleaders. Let's welcome to the stage the Dean of Etowah County head football coach's 24th season for Coach Mike Robertson.
I'm going to stand on, since I'm so old, I'm going to lean on the podium. I'd like to welcome everyone. This is really a good thing. I've seen a lot of changes in football in the preseason, but I think this is going to add to it, guys, so far. I think it's a good thing. So, Jeff asked me what I thought, and I said, I'll tell you when it's over, but not that my opinion matters. But we're excited at Oaks Bluff. Someone asked about starting football, guys. We started football when it ended last year. It doesn't end anymore, so it's 365 days, really. We keep them in shape, and so it is what it is, but we're excited, looking forward to the season. We lost a lot of good players last year. We're still a little slow, we're still a little small. We like quickness, so we got to improve on that. But we've had a good summer workout, and a couple of negatives, but anyway, we've got past all that.
I wish you the best.
Coach, I just want to say congratulations on a great year last year, but this is a new year. You can't go up by last year. Have you figured out who's going to get the majority of your carries this year? Have you decided on the running back?
I had a friend, he's our custodian, and he stands on the sideline, and he's a big supporter of mine, and he stands with some of the sideline coaches, and we all have sideline coaches. And last year, we were playing a team, and I let that number 6 for us. I forget his name sometimes, but he carried it 2 or 3 times, and we didn't do much. And he said to a couple of them guys, does Coach Rob not understand they're really keying on Darian, and he shouldn't be giving him the ball? Well, next play, Darian carried the ball about 80 yards, and man, you have to know him to appreciate him. All my coaches are pretty proud of laughing. He said he turned around and said, that's why he touches the ball right there. So Darian's probably going to touch it. Hopefully we can get him in shape. and he can try to improve. You know, and on a serious note, I've told Darian and I've told some of the guys coming by recruiting him, you know, you should improve every year. And what he's accomplished with his teammates is pretty good the last 3 years, but he needs to improve, and so we're working for him to get a little better. But we got some other guys.
All right, Coach. We've talked to some people from around the state about you guys, and apparently you guys have a target on your back this year. Some teams in the Mobile area, or they're a little worried. How do y'all handle that?
Well, they must not have looked at our roster, because, you know, you're going to ask me who the breakout player is. You know, we obviously got a couple of good guys back, and we got some new guys that have shown some expectation maybe, but, you know, we lost some really good players last year. We lost 2 All-State linemen. We lost one All-State receiver, and another one it could have been just because of the numbers. And then we lost another player. But we lost 7 or 8 really outstanding all-area, all-county players. And, you know, we play 2 ways, most of our guys. So, you know, those guys, you know, sometimes the press is wrong. Did y'all know that? I don't want to mention that and pull a Nick Saban on you here, but the press has been wrong before. Radio 2, and even TV, Channel 24. Hopefully we're going to have a good team. But, you know, a lot of times a good team don't always win a lot of games because your competition is good. And we went through a few years ago where we didn't win a lot of games. We still had a pretty good team a couple of those years. But we played really well. We were in that SEC Central in 4A. And you guys remember it. I know 3A is good, but 4A is pretty good if you don't look at that schedule. So we had a good team, didn't win but a couple of games one year. And we might have played another year scheduled and went 7-8 games. So, like I said, sometimes we don't know, some of us, so it is what it is.
Hey, Coach, I'm going to get you an opportunity to really talk about the community. Hoax Bluff is a very special place, and just talk what it means to you about that community.
Well, I don't want to get emotional, but I became a part of Hoax Bluff. Actually, my parents grew up in Hoax Bluff and moved to East Gadsden. We moved back in 1971 as a 7th grader. I was. My older brother played there, and he moved out there as a 10th grader. But Hoax Bluff's a special place. And I told, I don't want to talk about a story, but there's a couple of things happened in the coaching this last week. And I'll say this about Hoax Bluff. When coaches coach a long time, and I've been fortunate to do that at Hoax Bluff, this is just Hoax Bluff community. We honor our guys. Coach Mike Gadsden's coached for 30-something years baseball. His name's on the baseball field. I was honored to get that done to me because I put 38 years into Hoax Bluff. It'll be 39. But that's Hoax Bluff right there. We honor our people. We've got great community people. But our coaches and our teachers are honored by what they do for our community and vice versa. We know as coaches what our community does. I have great support from our coaches, parents, and it's just a special place in my heart. And of course, I grew up there, so I do have a little bias there. But it is special. Win or lose, they've always supported me as a coach and as a person. Thank you for the question.
Coach, final question here. Can you tell everybody a little bit? We've done several interviews with several Hoax Bluff players, but they all have one voice. It's a selfless voice. It's not about me. It's about our team. Also, every single time we've invited Hoax Bluff players over to interview or anything, everyone always says how well-mannered the kids are and how good the kids are in general. Can you talk a little bit about how what that means to you as the man who's leading these young
Well, that starts at home, guys. You know, a good player, a good student starts at home. Many people think coaches have a lot of influence on players, and I guess I do because I can carry them out there and make them sweat. But really, Hoax Bluff is about the parenting that's going on. And I love what Coach Smith, where you at, Coach Smith? Coach Smith was the bat boy for my semi-pro baseball team about 40 years ago. Okay, he was our bat boy, so I won't go say anymore. But I congratulated him, and all you new coaches too. Good luck to you. But I told Coach Smith, and the first thing he said is what he said tonight. He talked about the character of these players, making them do right. But that starts at home, and we talked about that, and he's on the right path, in my opinion. But it's our parenting and our community, our churches, and everything that goes about a community. It starts there, and then hopefully we can build on that. It's good. But thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Could you name your Exchange Bank breakout player for the Hoax Bluff Eagles this year?
I'm terrible with names, and my coaches think I'm going to mess this up. But we've got a lot of breakout players.
Rich is going to give you his name here.
I know. I've got it. I do.
That's what 24 years of coaching will do for you.
Well, and you know, Darian, I used to mispronounce Darian's name, but I heard it so much I started pronouncing it right. But our breakout player, as a young man that's got to step in for some of those really good players we lost last year. And we're expecting big things. He's had a really good spring and summer, and the coaches we got together. We really noticed him, but he's a good person. All the coaches have talked about that. I would not have given this, but most of our players are. But our breakout player is Kobe Latham.
Let's get a photo here now, guys.
And today I'm going to be announcing Southside High School varsity cheer. Maggie Free, Lacey Daughtery, Ashley Winningham, Mary Grace Hand, Chloe Davis, Kenzie Marble, Riley McKee, Jordan Edmondson, Casey Boyd, Lexi Thompson, Alexis Ricci, Chloe Roberts, Annalie Hand, Paige Burke, Allie Condi, Mackenzie Collins, and Molly Pierce. And today we're going to be doing our rally routine we learned at camp.
I appreciate this opportunity. I'm going to make it real quick. I just want to say that I really appreciate all the coaches, the parents, the players, the hard work, and Coach Rob stole it. It starts at home. Just stay motivated, kids, and stay committed to doing the right thing. And then we got a great group here, and I love going around the county to all the football games and watching you guys. And I appreciate everything that you do. You just keep doing the right thing. Coach Ron Daughtery, come on up.
It's real awkward to get a microphone and not start the beatbox or something for me, just to be honest. Guys, this is a great thing. I didn't really know what to think when you called me about it, but this right here is really great for our kids, for all of our communities to get together. Nowadays with Snapchat and Instagram and all that, these people know each other, but it's really good for them to see each other face to face, not on the field of battle.
All right, guys, you got questions?
Last year, can you talk about how special that was and how that's going to springboard you over into this season?
Yeah, we got a little bit of a slow start last year. Part of it was because we played some teams that were really good. We had a few kids that came out that was their first year to play football. We were working, and I was the most proud of, you get to those points in football games just like you do in life sometimes when you could quit and you could give up and woe is me and not keep working. And I couldn't have ever been prouder than what our kids did and our cheerleaders and our community, because when we were sitting there 1-3, that stadium was still packed with people patting them on the back and pulling for them. And the guys responded, and I couldn't have been more proud of the kids and our coaches and everybody, pulling together.
Hey, Coach, after 2013, making it as far as you did, your first year as a head coach, you probably thought, man, this is easy. I should have done this years ago.
Well, watching Coach Rob and Coach Payne, I really thought it was a cakewalk.
No doubt. Hey, kind of going off Bo's question, from the success last year, I personally think it was your best year of coaching by far. I think you guys really did a great job. Talk about how that's going to springboard with confidence and whatnot as you go into the season.
Well, first of all, the best year of coaching is not just one, it's everybody. And we have a lot of guys pitch in, a lot of guys taking on new roles with people moving in the staff and all. So, we all pulled together and did a good job there. But the confidence level of these guys coming back is huge, because they see that irregardless of how good or athletic or big the teams that you're playing against is, if you'll do the right things and step with the correct foot and get your head in the right spot, take care of the football, that you've got a chance to play with anybody on Friday night. So that's huge, that they realize that's the map. And what we try to say is just we don't want to let something that's out of our control us. There's lots of things that's not in our control, and if you let that bother you, then you're going to have a lot of problems.
All right, Coach.
Going back to last year, you were 1-3. What changed in the locker room with you guys to kind of go on that run that you did?
Well, I mean, like I said, what I'm most proud of is nothing really changed. The guys, you know, we were making mistakes against opponents that took advantage of those mistakes, and they continued to believe in what we were saying. If something really changes there, I think you don't start winning, because they're questioning what you're doing, they're questioning how you're doing it. But the guys just kept on battling and kept on believing in what we were talking to them about, what we were teaching them, and gradually we just got better at it and got to where we were more consistent with it, and you know, we saw the results.
Any other questions? Okay, go ahead.
Not actually a football question, but just out of curiosity. Friday night, 6:30, you walk into the locker room. Are you a yeller, screamer? You trying to get the boys fired up, or are you more calm and collected and laid back?
I have my moments that I may explode a little bit, but usually calm and laid back. You know, at that time, and these other head coaches can tell you, it's the thing that you wouldn't think about. You know, I'm looking over there, why is that garbage can right there? You know, stuff like that you're focusing on and making sure it gets done. So you know, there's times that you have to pick your battles when you're gonna get a little louder, but most of the time we got other guys on our staff that can do that, and we just got to pick the right time to do it.
Any other questions, guys? Coach, congratulations on good last year. Good luck this year, and we'd like for you to name your Exchange Bank Breakout Player of the Year for the Southside Panthers this year.
Okay, well, when y'all asked me this question, I kind of bucked it a little bit, because it's real hard to name a breakout player for me before we break out, you know. So and I asked that, and when I talked to you, you said, well, who's been doing everything you've been asking them to do? Who's been to every workout? And my first thought was our offensive line. So to me, our breakout guys for this year is our starting offensive line, including our tight end.
All right, guys, come on down. Starting offensive line and tight end. Come on down, guys. No, you're off the hook. Coach Drew Knowles.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank y'all for having us tonight. And you know, it's easy to, and I think coach speak is something everybody's careful of this time of year, because you don't want to say something that winds up on somebody's bulletin board and that kind of thing. And so you're always careful about what you say, but you would be hard pressed to find a community and a school that's as excited as Westbrook Christian right now, not just in football, but as a whole. There's a lot of great things going on, facility upgrades and things that we're seeing that they're exciting, and it has been a great thing to see. We have, you know, everybody says have a great summer. Well, we hadn't anybody miss a workout, and you know, that's pretty impressive. When you got 54 guys on your team or 50 guys that are at workouts and that are dressed up with us, and they're there every time, and that's exciting, and they're eager and they're wanting to learn, and they are learning, and we're a long way from where we want to be, but we're taking steps to get there.
All right, Coach. You had a tremendous career at Etowah, and now making the move over to Westbrook. What do you think that biggest challenge is from basically coming in and starting over with a brand new program for you personally?
I think one of the biggest things is we had 4 days of spring training in shorts, and so that was tough. And we're excited that our baseball team made the state finals, but and we hope that happens again next year. But we had 4 days of spring training, so we're probably a little behind where we would have been, and also that I did finish the school year out at Etowah, so I wasn't able to get to Westbrook till after school. And so we may be a little behind there, but again, we've caught up. We give our guys a month off in the summer. I've always believed in that, and so we took from May 17th to June 17th off, let them get away, go fishing a little bit, do the things that kids need to do. And I think that we came back in after that month refreshed, rejuvenated, and we've had a tremendous summer since then. But we're not close to where we need to be, but we don't have to be there yet.
All right, Drew. Man, it looks so weird seeing you in Westbrook. We've done this a lot together. I just want to talk about, I mean, you're always known as a man of faith, right? You put your faith above, most everything else. What a perfect fit. Talk a little bit about your, your daily life, youth pastor, coaching, kind of how all that made Westbrook the right fit for you.
Well, timing was perfect. And I had talked with my principal like the year before last and told him that last year was going to be my last year, the last day of school. And so I didn't know exactly what the next step was going to be. And then this came open, and our faith is the most important thing in our life. And God's my priority, and there's not a number two. And that's just the way I believe. If you get that as your priority, then everything else will fall where it's supposed to be. But God is my priority, and I don't have a list. That's it. And so the Westbrook's just like any other school. There's Christians and there's non-believers. But we want to minister, and somebody asked me, will you share your faith more at Westbrook than you did at Etowah Boaz? And I said no, because if I do, I've messed up the last 25 years of my life. So I'm going to share my faith every opportunity that I get. And but again, there's so many parallels between football and faith. And we hope to be able to use football as a foundation and for a stage and a platform to be able to share our faith even more.
All right, Coach, I know you mentioned your weight program earlier, and I've noticed from Twitter that's a pretty big thing at Westbrook. Will you talk about that, your weight program a little bit for us?
Yeah, well, I don't know about Twitter, but we are blessed to have a strength coach, and that's what he does. And he's there at 8 o'clock with the football team, and then we're out of the weight room, and then the basketball team and the baseball team comes in at 9 o'clock. And then the girl athletes come in at 10 o'clock, and then the junior high kids come in at 11 o'clock, and he handles the weights. And then we have a group that comes in on their own that started with just a few, and now is a lot that come in on their own on their off days. We lift Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so that we're off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and they can again go fishing, which I think is important. But our kids, our kids have bought into that, and in their off days, they've done a great job of improving their strength. I've never seen, his name's Chad Phillips, he needs a plug, but he is amazing, the things that he's done for our kids. And his job is the Westbrook Christian Strength Coach. And what a load that takes off of me, that he handles our weight room. I'm in there, but he handles it. And so that's been a tremendous blessing.
Any other questions, guys? Coach, thank you. Would you please name your Exchange Bank breakout player for Westbrook this year?
All right, so for us, again, all of our guys are at every workout. And so that couldn't be something that we use to differentiate. Again, many of our guys are great off the field as much as they are on the field, so that wasn't something. But you have to pick somebody. And we chose this young man who is a tremendous asset on the field, off the field, great leader, FCA, a lot of things, does a lot of things for us, and it's John Reese-Ballou.
Congratulations, Sean. Thank you, Coach. Good luck to Westbrook this year. Tell us about the Patriots in 2019.
We've had a good summer like everybody else has talked about. Obviously, we're coming off a tough year. Last year, we probably all were a little disappointed in our outcomes. And our kids got started in November in the weight room. We've seen a lot of gains and working hard. We had a good spring. But the biggest part is, and we've talked about this all year, we felt like we were going to work on becoming better kids and better people and better men, and hopefully with that we've going to make better football players and get us more wins. So we've done a lot of character education over this thing and a lot of team building, and we're trying to get to the core of what a team is, and I think we've done it this summer, and the kids have responded with the way that they've competed and the way that they've cared about one another and things that we've done. So we hope that, like I said, transitioning and trying to transform our team from the inside out, that's what we're talking about, and hopefully it's going to lead to some more success this year.
Okay. Questions, guys?
Coach, West End is currently 2A, and from what I understand, you and your wife are trying to get West End up to 3A. Is that correct?
I do have a lot of kids.
You're doing that. You're doing your part. And now you've got 7 girls. Is that correct?
I have 8 total, 5 girls. Yes.
And so spending time.
6 girls. No, I'm sorry. I lose count myself. 6 girls. Yeah.
So spending time with the guys at the locker room, that's very important to you, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt. But you know, I got one. She's with me tonight up there eating chocolate ice cream. She goes everywhere I go. She's in the locker room. I have to run her out when the guys are changing, and she's like one of them. So, but yeah, it is. It's good. You know, I mean, it's which goes back to what I talked about that teamwork. You know, we want to connect in the locker room, and not put the cell phones down. We have no cell phone policy, and it's good for me to get in there with them and sit down and talk and just kind of connect and share. And it is, but I got all that estrogen in the house to have a little testosterone around. It is.
All right, Coach. Again, West End is one of those communities, right? And it's just a fantastic community. And when it comes to your team last year, it's about foundations. We talked a little bit. And 1-9 record does indicate the kind of program you have and the kind of kids you have. Talk about that springboard and the confidence you guys have in the summer, the weight room, the quality of kids you have, along with that community.
Well, I mean, there's some guys that are sitting up there right now that are seniors that, they won the first playoff game in 15 years at West End 2 years ago. And, we've been around, we've had some success. We've done some good things. Like I said, I think last year was just a tough go. We played a lot of young kids that had a lot of injuries. But, those ninth graders that had 10 games, 8 games, 7 games, they're going to be sophomores this year playing with that kind of experience and with that kind of confidence. And I think it showed in our spring. Our guys were, they were eager to get out there. They played with the competitive edge that we missed in the year before. And yeah, our community is fantastic. I'm from Alexandria, and it's a wonderful, wonderful place to be from. And West End and Walnut Grove out there in the area, man, they've taken my family in, and they love on my kids, and they take care of my family. And these kids, like I said, they come out and work hard for us every day. So when you don't succeed, your heart breaks for them. So we're really looking to, get past that and have that confidence for this year.
I've noticed during this interview right here that you've talked about team building, starting from the ground up foundation. Talk to us a little bit about some of the things you are doing, team building events, bringing the unity in, starting that foundation, some of the things you've done maybe a little bit different than other coaches have.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if I do anything any different, but we're a big book study team. We had a leadership council this year, and I don't know if y'all follow a guy named John Gordon, but he's a fantastic motivational guy. Writes a lot of books, but we have a Power of Positive Leadership book that I run my leadership council through, and then we have a Power of Positive Team book that we go through as a team. And there's just things that trying to build vulnerability amongst yourself so you can build that trust, things like that. We open up to your team, like I said earlier, connection, putting down the social media, because a lot of times you'll be sitting right next to a guy and not know anything about him, so that's kind of what we've gotten to right here. And I think my kids every time I get done going over it, I'm not the greatest speaker in the world, and I'm not an orator or anything like that, and they're probably bored and fall asleep, but I feel like there's something that we take from it every time we leave out of there. It's shown, I feel like, in the summer. Of course, we ain't put the pads on yet, we ain't hit nobody yet, but I really believe that these guys are buying into what we're doing, and it's going to improve.
Thanks, Coach. Any other questions? Would you announce your Exchange Bank Breakout Player of the Year for the West End Patriots?
Yeah, obviously, I'm just like every other coach here. We've got guys that show up every day. We've got guys that come to, workouts. They make good grades. They're great in the hallway and things of that nature. And we have a young man that, he's played as a freshman. He played as a sophomore. He had to play, in some rough times, broke arm, things of that nature. But, he's a good leader for us, and I don't think there's probably anybody on my team that would say that this isn't the guy that we probably look to and disagrees with it, but it's Hunter Tucker.
Come on down, Hunter. Hey, don't go anywhere. We're going to be naming the Boys and Girls Club preseason all-county team coming up in just a moment.
The Custard has asked me to remind you guys that a portion of their proceeds, as well as all of the vendors here tonight, go to benefit the Boys and Girls Club, and they've asked that I remind you or ask you to be on the lookout for future partnerships and promotions that we're having with them. And also on Saturday, we will have STEM Saturday at Panda Express. 50% of your purchase between the hours of 11 and 7 p.m. go to benefit STEM programs, including the Boys and Girls Club. So we want to thank you guys and ask you to please be sure to go out to Panda Express, like our Facebook page, please share it, and we certainly appreciate it. But now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, I want to bring up Mr. Vernon Marable, General Manager of the Kia store of Gadsden in Rainbow City. Vernon, you have a few words for the people.
It's a pleasure to sponsor a great event like this. Being a former player, an athlete that went to college and graduated and excelled in business, and you know, just to support something like this is big. I got chill bumps and stuff just standing here watching players and stuff. You know, I got 3 state championships in high school at Clay County High School. Played for Danny Horn.
A good one.
Went on to Troy. Played for Larry Blakeney. That's in the
good one.
Hall of Fame. Good coach. Good coach. 2 conference championships there. You know, and both of those coaches showed you the way. You know, showed you how to be a good person coming up. And all these coaches that came out and talked tonight, I can sense that, you know, we got great leaders around here teaching these kids. So it's a pleasure to be a part of this event, you know, and future sponsorship is there. Just come see me.
All right, thanks, Vernon. Are you ready? The media has got together here in Etowah County, and they've chosen, I think there's 26 or 27 players that they've selected as preseason. Excuse me, go. Okay, yeah, we want you to remain on stage when you come up. But they've been selected as a Boys and Girls Club preseason all-county team. We're going to do the offense first. Now, they request when you come up, pick up your trophy, to stay on stage. So here we go with the 2019 Boys and Girls Club's preseason all-county team. We'll start at quarterback from Etowah High School, Brady Troop. At running back, from Hogs Bluff High School, Darian Meads. At running back, from Coosa Christian High School, Dartavius Britton. At running back, from Etowah High School, Trent Davis. From Sardis High School, tight end, Jacob Harper.
Big Dog Davis. You can smile.
And wide receiver from West End High School, Jeremiah Robinson.
Big Dog Davis.
From Etowah High School, at wide receiver, Ollie Finch. From Coosa Christian High School, wide receiver, Evan Dale. Now let's get into those big offensive linemen. From Southside High School, Garrett Orr. From Hogs Bluff High School, offensive lineman, Pete Jackson. From Gadsden High School, offensive lineman, Cole Wadsworth. From Sardis High School, offensive lineman, Trey Dalrymple. And from Gadsden City High School, offensive lineman, Rod Orr. The preseason all-county kicker, Nolan Johnson, Southside. And the media has picked an athlete in the preseason all-county team, and that is Austin Gullidge of Oaks Bluff. This is your 2019 preseason all-county team. Let's hear it for them. Now, are you ready for the 2019 Boys and Girls Club preseason defensive team? Here they are, defensive back from Gadsden City High School, Ricky Wright. From Gadsden City High School, defensive back, Quentin Dinsmore. From Etowah High School, defensive back, Nana Davis.
Big Dog Davis.
And from Southside High School, defensive back, Colton Morrison.
Big Dog Davis.
All right, let's go to the linebackers. On the 2019 Boys and Girls Club preseason all-county team, linebacker, Alan Merrick, Gadsden City. From Oaks Bluff High School, linebacker Will Clemens. From Gadsden High School, linebacker Gage MacArthur. From Southside High School, linebacker Zeke Hefner. Keith Jackson used to call them the Big Uglies. The defensive lineman on the 2019 preseason all-county team from Southside High School, Chance Moon. From Etowah High School, Isaiah Atchison. And rounding out our 2019 Boys and Girls Club preseason all-county team from Coosa Christian, Reese Myrick. Okay, offensive guys, they want the offensive guys on stage with the defensive guys. Can you all come back on stage? Thank you guys for coming tonight. Each of the coaches and the teams, cheerleaders, thank you for being here tonight. We wish you the very best for the 2019 season. We want you to go win them all. Don't you go win them all. Thanks for coming tonight in support of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Etowah County. We'll see you back